Well, you triggered a thought for me that
Good.
so a lot of people want to fix the economy. Fix the economy is something that needs to be fixed at the federal level. But fixing the debt issue, it all starts local. So the first thing is families need to get out of debt. Second
Yeah.
thing, cities need to get out of debt.
Hell yeah.
Third thing, states need to get out of debt. When
Yeah.
all of those are out of debt, it'll be easy to get the federal government out of debt.
Yep.
But until families, cities, and states do it, there's going to be no reason the federal government's going to do it.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. And
all
no amount.
politics is local, and it
Yeah.
starts with the individual and the family.
Which is why I'm here, perhaps preaching to the choir. I don't know, but doggone it, I mean, uh, my wife hates it when I talk about it, but our first 10, maybe even 15 years of marriage, we didn't realize it then, but we were making about every wrong decision we could be making financially. We didn't have a proper down payment to put on our house. We never had a fully funded emergency fund. It wasn't a focus for us. Whenever we got extra money, we went out and blew it. Ooh, high times. Let's go on a vacation. Let's do this. Let's upgrade that. I was chief among that, man. I love my toys, right? And I was like, oh, I'm an adult and I've never had this before. My parents constantly said no to me. So now I'm saying yes to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what I didn't know. And I didn't have the internet to fall back on. If I wanted to learn, I had to do this thing called books. And I had to find somebody that had actually been in as crappy a position as I was in and follow their pattern to get out. And the problem with that is we're all unique. There are some plans that are, one size fits all, but good luck finding that book. And so where do I turn? And my parents didn't know nothing about nothing. And that's one thing that I'm changing or trying to change desperately with my kids. I don't know if they'll listen to me, right? Because, hey, I'm dad, right? Oh yeah, dad's going off on one of his rants again. No, dad is preaching truth here, okay? Dad knows because dad's been in the trenches. I've been through the mud and muck, okay? So trust me, I could see right now that the steps that you're taking are going to lead to this result, okay? Because guess what? I did the same thing, and that's the impact that I'm trying to have. Us getting where we are financially, that didn't happen overnight. Oh my goodness. It took 10 years of getting a financial education, second to none. How did I get that? I had to put my nose to the grindstone. I had to seek out people that knew a hell of a lot more than I did, right? And I still don't know everything, but what I have learned is already paying off. It's already huge. I didn't know nothing about investing. I didn't, a 401k. No, I'm not going to do that. An employee stock purchase plan. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. I tell you what, I'll just keep my money because dag nabbit, I really want the next best video game or whatever it was I was into at the time, right? It wasn't until I started paying attention that my eyes got open, and lest people think that I don't know what I'm talking about. So I worked for a credit card company. I worked for a company by the name of Providian, a company, by the way, whose CEO embezzled all kinds of funds, causing the center that I worked in to have to close up shop and for them to have to move all their operations back into California. Okay. And then I went from there and I worked for Bank of America. You've ever heard of Bank of America? Oh, I don't know, one of the largest banks. I worked in their mortgage servicing division. I learned everything I never wanted to know about mortgages. Oh, yeah, those documents that you sign when you close your house and the loan that you take out and all the gotchas and ins and outs, I learned those, okay? And guess what? I had fallen for all of them, hook, line, and sinker. Oh, they saw me coming, but not after that. And then I worked for a company called Primerica. And people could say what they want about Primerica, multi-level marketing, blah, blah, blah. You know what I got there? I got a big time crash course in everything to do with insurance. Okay. You can't not. If you get licensed to sell insurance, well, then you're let behind the curtain. You know exactly, where all the gotchas are in that, why cash value is bad, why you should have some term life insurance, why you should lock in your premiums to be level for as long as possible, and why you shouldn't need life insurance forever, why you shouldn't be an 80-year-old, going, oh, geez, I wish I had some life insurance so that I don't have to leave my family the terrible burden of burying my punk ass, all this stuff, right? And then from there into long-term care insurance. The time to be thinking about long-term care insurance, our age right now, okay? Because your mom's a perfect example, right? She's been unfortunate enough. She's got some medical problems. She needs some looking after, right? We've got our own lives. We can't possibly take care of our parents the way that they need to be taken care of. Even if we're all living together in the same house and doing things like the Spanish do or whatever, which, by the way, I kind of love. So when somebody accuses me of racism, I really take offense to that, because there's a lot of things about the Spanish culture that I really respect. And then from there, I learned about investments, and oh my goodness, did I learn about investments. I was in so much financial disarray that I actually could not take my Series 6 and 63 so that I would be licensed to sell securities. But I studied for them anyway, just like I was going to be able to take those tests. Why? Because I wanted to know, and the curtain had already been pulled back behind, the insurance industry. Okay. Oh, well, everybody's making money off my money. Why can't I make some money off of my money? And that's what learning about securities has taught me. And then from then, I've read just about every book I could get my hands on related to the subject: how to dig yourself out of debt, how to put together a budget, how to balance your finances, what you should be focused on. And everything doesn't work for my family, so I've had to kind of pick and choose. We were in credit card debt up to our eyeballs, right? We got out of it, and then we got back into it again. So do I know how that works? Absolutely. Oh, and guess what? I know exactly what it's like to have the threatening letters come in the mail, right? To be threatened with garnishments and everything, because I lived through that too. And then, it was an issue of not having enough income to meet the month. And so, of course, I got some notifications too. Oh, we might foreclose on your house. I've been down that road too. Know a little bit about what that's like. Thankfully, we've avoided, due to the grace of God and so just some good effort on our part, having to completely go through that process and file bankruptcy or be evicted from our home. And I desperately want to help other people gain this knowledge, figure out where to look, because I can't give it all to you, right? You're going to have to seek out some of it for yourself. But I could point you in the right direction. I could plant some seeds. I can give you some perspective, right? And hope even, because we're right there on the cusp. Like I said, prior to all this going down, we had a positive net worth. And honestly, if we factor everything in, we still might through it all, because my wife is one of those essential employees making a little bit of extra money right now. So it's not gloom and doom for us. And I'm in the fortunate position. And so what else am I supposed to do? Just teach my kids, keep it all to myself, hide my light under a bushel? No. So I'm as anti-social media, as anti-YouTube and whatnot as I can be. And yet here I am, putting myself out there, trying to get this message out to folks. Sorry, I went on a huge rant.
That's why you're the expert.
Oh my goodness, I'm just watching your face the whole time, but I'm like, I don't know how to stop this train. Oh my goodness. So that might be a nice segment. I hope you're recording all this crap. I'd hate to think I'm just talking to you.